just to give you a little bit of advice when you're writing your literature review, when you're looking at certain theories and authors and research, you've got to summarise their work but don't be too brief here. Don't use bullet points. Don't be too brief. It's very important that you get the detail across, but you're concise. So summarise people's work in the area that you're looking at. Fine. Go through the theories. Put the models in. Whatever. That's fine. Not a problem. You must avoid direct quotes, big long direct quotes. Don't put whole sentences or some people put whole paragraphs in. That's not appropriate. That just shows you can copy and paste. So it's fine to use little snippets. So little key terms that they use that aren't naturally used elsewhere. So and we'll come across some examples in that in a moment. But just little snippets are fine, okay? But not huge paragraphs or whole sentences. Just little snippets. You must put things into your own words to show that you understand it. When you are being critical of existing theory and existing research and other people's research, in order to show that it doesn't really help you with your problem, your opportunity, or issue, try to back up your points. Always reference data, always reference other theories or other authors that help support you in saying that this is a problem with this theory and actually we need to do more research still here. And of course, when you're concluding, the big thing is to think about the conclusion of your literature review. Remember that the next stage in the process, in the research project process, is then going into your methodology. So in your conclusion, you need to actually highlight where the main points of your literature review and where the current literature doesn't help you with understanding and solving the problem, the issue, or the opportunity that you're currently looking at as part of your research. And that's important because if theory or existing research could help you understand your current issue, your opportunity, or problem, there's no point doing the research. And that's why we go on to the methodology in the next chapter. We're just going to look at a few elements of referencing now. So if you're okay with referencing, fine, then leave us now. But just to go over a few elements of referencing to help you, because the literature review is really important, and you'll be referencing a lot in the literature review because you're surveying a lot of data, a lot of people's discussion, a lot of theories, a lot of academic principles. Remember, in referencing, there's two major elements. The first bit is you've got to reference people's work, and as you go through your writing, when you're writing your literature, when you're writing anything at a university, you must reference people's work if you're using it, because you want to avoid being caught out for plagiarism. And of course, any assignment, whether a research project or whatever, you must have a list of references at the back of your assignment. Okay. Now, when we talk about referencing within the text, so I'm writing up my research project, I want to refer to someone's work, I need to reference within the text. Right, this is what you have to do. So here's an example of a piece of a paragraph out of a literature review, and they're talking about a theory called dynamic capabilities. We don't need to go into that, we just need to understand it's a theory. And you can see on the second sentence, there's this sentence: dynamic capabilities represent a firm's ability to integrate, build, and reconfigure. And then you've got brackets, Thies et al. 1997, page 514. Now, remember I said about direct quotes, do not do whole sentences, but little snippets from within a sentence that are kind of key terms that they use, or key phrases that they've come up with, can be used, like this one here. So we put that in speech marks, we've taken that directly from the text. We've put the author's name. The et al. Means and others. We don't tend to write out all the surnames of all the authors. If it's more than 3 authors, we tend to put et al. Okay, so Thies, the first author, and then we put et al. Et al. Is Latin for and others. The year of publication, which is 1997, and then the page number P514 is actually where that little snippet, that little quote came from, the exact page. So someone could go to it and check it out if they wanted to. If you're just putting something into, you're actually referring to some author and you're putting their stuff into your own words, then you don't need this page number. So if you look at the next key, if you keep going through that sentence, and it talks about its resources, brackets, Isaac Martin, and capabilities, Helfat and Peteraf 2003, we're just referring to them and their work without having to direct quote any key phrases. So we don't put the page number, we just put the year of publication. And so that's the kind of referencing in text. We've got another one where we're taking a little snippet here. Higher order, that was a key kind of phrase that they used, higher, unique to them. Collis, the author, 1994, page 12, because we've taken that little snippet from them. And of course, all the referencing in the text, every author that you used within your text in your writing, you must include in the references list at the back. So this list is a list of references of everyone you've used and quoted in the text. And it's in alphabetical order by the lead surname. So we've got Andrews at the top. And it goes into a certain format. Okay, Andrews, you've got their surname, their initials, KR, the year of publication in brackets, 1971, and then you've got the title of the publication or the journal article or the book, so the concept of corporate strategy, and then it's the publisher, Dow Jones, okay, then it's where it's published, Homewood USA. So that's an example of a book. Okay, if you look at the journal paper, okay, the next one down, you've got the Tees paper here. You've got the two authors, surnames and their initials. You've got the year of publication in brackets, 2009. You've got then in speech marks the title of the journal paper, Dynamic Capabilities and the Role of Managers in Business Strategy and Economic Performance. You've got the title of the journal it came from, which is Organization Science. The volume of the journal, which is volume 20. The issue number, number 2, and then the pages within that journal that actually the journal article relates to. Now, the volume, the issue number, and the pages you always find at the kind of top or the kind of footer of the journal. So when you've downloaded the journal and you've read it or maybe printed it out, if you look at the very top in the header and the footer, you'll see the volume, you see the number, and you see the page numbers. You can easily get hold of them. So when referencing books, we'll just take you through this again. When you're referencing within the text, you just need to use the surname of the author of the book and the year of the publication if you're putting their work into your own words. If you're taking little snippets, then it's the surname, the year of publication, and the page number that little snippet has come from, that you've provided a direct quote from. And of course, the corresponding reference within the reference list at the back. Again, surname, initial, year of publication in brackets, the title of the book, okay, the publisher, and then the place it was published. If you have taken a little snippet and you have quoted those page numbers, then the reference, corresponding entry in the reference list at the back of your project, you can put at the bottom. If you look at that bottom entry there, you can see page numbers at the back on that entry. So you just need to add those page numbers. When you're referencing a journal paper, okay, dead straightforward, same kind of principles, just slightly different. Again, surname, year of publication within the text. If you're taking a snippet, put the page number, where that snippet has come from. The reference, the corresponding entry into the reference list at the back of your project is slightly different. You've got to have the surname, the initial, the year of publication in brackets, the title of the journal paper. Then you've got to have the title of the journal the paper was published in. Then you have the issue number, the volume number, the issue number, the page numbers where the article sits within the journal. And again, that volume number, the issue number, and the pages can all be found either in the header of your journal article or in the footer of the journal article. Now, if you're referencing websites, now you just have to stick to the same principles. There's no exact right and wrong here, but you have to stick to the same principles as the referencing of textbooks and journal articles, because Harvard hasn't quite picked up on and got as head as putting together strong guidance on referencing digital material. But you just have to keep to the same principles and you'll be fine. So if when you're looking at a web page or a web document or whatever it may be, then again, try to find the author, try to find the surname. So here we've got Peterson, we've got an initial E. Sometimes you won't find an initial, but hopefully you'll find a surname. If you haven't got a surname, for example, many of the BBC news articles don't have the author's name or surname, so you would revert to the company name. So the BBC 2004 or BBC 2013. So you refer to the company name rather than any surname if there is no surname on a web document or web article. So here, same principles again: surname, initial. If there's no surname, no author, use the company name. The year of publication, well, digital is going to be fairly fresh, so it could be 2014, 2015, whatever it may be. Then the title of the article or the title of the web page, okay, and then slightly different. What you've got to do is put the web link into your reference list. So that's the exact web link or that you copy and paste from the top bar, and you paste it in there, and you just literally copy and paste it in. The reason that is that so we can go back to that, and any examiner can go back to that to check it. You also then put on the end, if you look at that reference list there, accessed on May the 2nd, 2012 at 11:03 a.m. The reason we put the date, the year and the time is because if that web page changes, we can always ask for that web page at that time on that day in that year, so to make sure we actually get the original, so we can always get back to that. So if you are doing stuff from reference from websites, fine, not a problem. Make sure they're credible websites. If there's no author, make sure you have the company name, the year of publication in brackets, the title of the web page, and then found at. Copy and paste the web address at the top bar. Put that in, and then put accessed on 2nd of May. You know, put the date, the time, and the year. Again, these are just more examples of web pages. Again, this is one example where you've got no author. You've only got the company name, so the BBC in this case. BBC 2012 would be what you'd use within the text, and of course within the reference list you've got BBC, you know, year of publication. You've got the title of the article, and then you copy and pasted the web link, and then you put the accessed on the year, the day, the month, and the time, and of course the year. Now I've kind of talked about this a little bit. The et al. Little rule. If you've got more than 3 authors, then use et al. So here we've got, you can see here at the bottom, we've got the full reference. We've got Thies, Pisano, and Schoen, 3 authors. We don't need to quote them all the time. That would drive us mad. It uses up, it's time consuming. It uses up, you know, words and stuff. So we just put Thies et al. 1997. To show that there's other authors, and if you want to know there's other authors, go back to the reference in the back of the document in your reference list, and you can find them. The only little thing you need to be wary of is make sure you list all the authors' names the first time within the text. So I'm writing about Thies, Pisano, and Schoen's work. First time in my writing, I will write Thies, Schoen, Pisano, 1997. The next time I will write Thies, Pisano, Schoen, et al. I will actually just put Thies et al. 1997. So the little rule there is that use et al. When you've got 3 or more authors. If you've got 2 authors, don't use it. 3 or more authors just saves you a bit of time. Use et al., which means and others. But the first time you use those authors, list them all out in the text, okay, and then you can use et al. All the time. So it's a little rule. Don't worry, you're not going to lose marks on that. But if you know, it just saves you a little bit of time, and it will help you a little bit. But in the reference list at the back of your document, always put all the authors. Don't put Thies et al. List all the authors out. Okay, well I hope that's been useful. Referencing you should be fine on. Just try and keep to the same principles all the time as you've been taught. And good luck with those literature reviews. As remember, read. Stick to the principles I've been talking about, the advice, and you'll be fine. But it's good to show that you've got a lot of depth and understanding of the topic that you've been looking at. That's the most important thing for a literature review, that you can show the examiner that you understand a lot of stuff about this topic and you're almost an expert, and that's why you can put recommendations in towards the end of your research project once you've done the research. Thank you for listening, and I hope it's been helpful.